What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Now, as you guys seen by the title and the thumbnail, today we're going to be replacing the passenger side strut on a 2012 GMC ACADIA. Now, as most of you guys watching probably already know, this is my girlfriend's ACADIA, and we just recently changed out the passenger side CV axle here, and now it makes a funny noise every time she hits the brakes. I already checked the brakes, they're perfectly fine. So through some research on YouTube, I found out that it's probably the strut that's gone bad, which the driver's side strut's already been replaced and nothing's making any funny noises over there. So we're gonna install this new really big strut right here. It's pretty heavy too, so that ought to be a lot of fun. I don't think it's going to be a very hard thing to do. Seems to be something pretty simple. Just got your 3 nuts on top that you have to take off, and then down here there will be a few other nuts and bolts that will have to come off of the vehicle, but shouldn't be too hard. So I'm going to go ahead and get this car jacked up and we'll get started on taking off the old strut. Alright guys, so now that we got the vehicle up on a jack stand, got the tire pulled off, first thing we're going to want to do is loosen this speed sensor wire. There's a little clip right here that we're going to pop out of the strut, and then we're just going to pop this one out of it right up here as well. So now I got 8mm socket on the end of this nut, or the end of this bolt here, and then I'm using a 3/4 wrench because I don't have an 18mm, but this 3/4 seems to be holding it real well, and that's how you get this nut off of here. That off, set that aside right there. Let's see if I can, might have to put the jack underneath here to compress this strut a little bit to get that out. Alright, let's put our jack underneath here, jack that up a little bit, and then right about there you should be able to, there we go. Pull that right out. Now we can lift this back down. Now we're going to take our 15/16, take these 2 nuts and bolts out. Alright, breaker bar it is. Oh yeah. Now we just want to get a hammer and smack these out. There we go. Now we're ready to go up top. So the only way to get to the top of these struts is to take the windshield wipers off, and then we got to remove this cowl here. So we're going to take a flathead screwdriver, and right here just got to pop these covers off somehow they just pop right off of there, and there's a bolt underneath them. Right here at the back there's a little notch. Pop that off. See, there's a bolt there. Do it to this one also. Alright, so this here is a 15mm to take off these windshield wipers. Before we pull this off, I'm going to get a marker and mark where it goes so we can get it perfectly back in line. Alrighty, after you get your wipers off, you're going to come through here, remove these plastic clips that hold this full shroud on. So after you get all your plastic clips out across the front there, you're going to take this ground off. After that, I believe we should be able to pull this shroud right up off of here. So this ground is also a 15mm. Just want to get it loose and take it off. Okay, got that ground off of there. Now we're just going to pop this shroud right up. I'm pretty sure that's all it has to come off. Just get it up around that ground piece. Yep, a little clip in there, just pull up on it. It'll pop right out. Swing it out of the way like that. As you can see, now we can access our top strut bolts. So we just want to take these 3 nuts off and the strut should just fall right out. I believe it is also a 15. Need to get a little extension. before we take this last bolt all the way off, you want to reach one hand under and grab hold of the strut while you're taking the nut off. That way the strut doesn't fall and possibly damage anything. Alright, got the nut out. Now we go down here and just let the strut drop out like that. Now we just need to compare it to our new one. Make sure everything's kosher. Oh yeah. Everything looks good to me. Looks like all we need to do is install it. So, obviously we'll just take our steps backwards from where we did them. So these will go on first, and so on and so forth. So I'm probably just going to go ahead, slam this stuff back together, and then I'll get back with you guys. Alrighty guys, everything's put back together, so we're going to jump in it, go around the block, and make sure it works right, and not hearing any funky noises anymore. Only happens when we hit the brakes, right? Let's see what happens here. I think it's still making it. Here. Yeah, it's still making that stupid noise. Dang, that sucks. I feel like I don't know. That sucks. Huh.
It's definitely not that. What a loud.
Man, if any of you guys watching this can hear that noise, let me know what you think it is. The brakes look like they're freaking brand new still. I don't know what else it could be. Last time I made that noise, the brakes were worn out, but they're definitely not worn out this time. So if you know, let me know in the comments below. Man, that really sucks. Well guys, that's probably gonna wrap it up for this video. If you guys heard that noise when she was pushing on the brakes there, and you know what it is, please let me know in the comments below, like I was saying, because I honestly have no idea. The last time it made a similar noise to that, I changed the brakes because the brake pads were shot, but that's not the case this time. The brakes are just fine, so it's really throwing me for a loop, guys. I don't know what to do. The good news is I didn't waste money buying that strut, because as you guys probably seen, the strut was leaking, so it needed to be changed. But like I said, if you guys know what that noise is, please let me know. If you guys like this video, if it helped out any of you at all, smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe on your way out, and just like that, we'll catch you guys in the next one.